about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense getting set for first down. The give to the back. At the 35, he's got room. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Smith dropping to pass. Gets it out quickly. Still on his feet at the 45. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Cougars in the hurry-up.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field.
Pass on the way. It's picked off.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
The offense lining up for a first down play. On the run, it's Traynor. Turns it on in midfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Looking to move it through the air. Finds the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. They'll leave it with him. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grab near the marker. It's Wilcox. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Love the third down call. Throwing the angle route to your back, working one-on-one against that defender. Easy pitch and catch for the first.
They're going to run it. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. The run to the right. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
On the run, still looking. Gets it out fast. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a man. It's Wimsatt. Trying to get to him. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
The Wildcats are threatening on 1st and goal. The give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Kentucky. Number 0.
The AT unit on the field.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Smith wants to throw. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the...
Touchdown, Wildcats! How about the special teams coming up with a huge play? They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. The kickoff team is out there after that punt return for a touchdown. They'll try to pin him deep. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. First down here for the offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. This offense has a 2nd down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Kentucky 14, Houston 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Smith dropping to pass. It's complete to the left. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Cougars want to move quickly.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. Just look at that toughness, just running through everybody.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. The give to the single back. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Smith wants to throw. Dances away. He'll get rid of it. He makes the catch. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Getting some heat. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Jacksonville State was able to finish off a close one at Burgess Snow Field today. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. On the run, it's Traynor. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Looking downfield, it's Wimsatt. Dumps it to the back. Got his man down the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Kentucky going quickly.
And that's a first down for the offense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Caught in the backfield. It's Brown.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He'll pull it down and run. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Movement here from the tight end. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Smashes ahead. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky! Getting set for the point after.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Houston offense once again. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback checking off. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Need. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Wilson. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Smith dropping to pass. Quickly complete. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Unleashes one. And that pass intercepted. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Makes his connection. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On second down, he'll fire. Feeling some heat. Pocket starts to collapse. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Cougars will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Looking for a man. It's Wimsatt. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. At the 35, he's loose. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback adapting. Caught near the sticks. It's Key. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Wimsatt. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, just keeps firing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Need. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Houston going up tempo. From the gun, the running back has it. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. Smith wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Handoff from the shotgun. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll keep it on the ground. At the 40, there he goes. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Kentucky 21, Houston 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. We know they've been burned a few times early in this game by the QB run, but weren't going to let it happen there.
Back to throw, it's Wimsatt. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Using his legs to buy some time. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job holding on to that football really tight at the end of the run. You got to understand the situation. You're up. It's the 4th quarter. I want to keep that clock moving, but more importantly, I can't turn it over. I got to make sure I wrap it up. Really good job by the QB there.
And you want that clock to run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats! That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff unit about to go to work. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped. Field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Holds and fires complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to throw. The quick out. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Houston wants to play fast. Looking for space. It's Sanford. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. Smith dropping to pass. He makes the connection. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Handoff from the gun. They'll stop him right there, but it is enough for a Houston first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. looking to throw it. And it's picked off for the third time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. Past the 20. Touchdown, Kentucky. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Army is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Blanchard and Davis and Dawkins among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Air Force. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Bully ball on 3rd and short. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
He's got his man, makes the grab, makes the catch, and he's brought down. Houston going up-tempo. Smith wants to throw. Coming after him. Gets away from one. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete to the right. Tackle is made after the first down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air on first down. They're bringing heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And, man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Buys a little extra time. Trying to find his man in the middle. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. So a drive there of 82 yards. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. Maybe feeling a little better about things. Still a 21-point game as they're set to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone, it's White. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.